Hi, I'm Jennifer Anderson, host here at Rogers TV. I'm here with Jim Calder. He's the lacrosse guy, and that means we're talking about all things lacrosse. Now, lacrosse was originally still known as the creator's game, but Jim, wanted to ask you a little bit about how the modern game came about.
Certainly, the game has always been a great way of connecting different peoples from different places, and that was the case in the 1800s when First Nations introduced the game to the settlers. Um, it really started when one Jesuit priest, Brebeuf, up in Midland, Ontario, which is where Sainte Marie among the Huron is located, uh, was sending reports back to the King of France, and he wrote about the game. And that was kind of like the first time that the game appeared in written language through this Jesuit priest who explained the game to the King of France. And that was 1637. Uh, we went through time, and different explorers would stumble upon the game, played in different places across North America, and reports would come back on seeing this game. You could have up to 1,000 players on a side playing for 5 kilometers between goals. And if they didn't reach the goal total that had been agreed upon, they could play for 3 days, just stopping at night. So it was quite something to see this. So when the settlers saw this game, they were invited to try the game. And a few important dates kind of step up. In 1834, it was the first time they brought the game into an urban environment. And the Ganawagi and the Akwesasne Mohawk played in Montreal, uh, put a game on at a race course in Montreal. And that kind of introduced the game, and it got people excited within Montreal. 1850s, you start to see teams forming. Even a non-Indigenous team was formed called the Hochelaga or Beaver Lacrosse Club. That led to the Montreal Lacrosse Club, which was an important entity. And so this game really caught on. 1867, when Canada became a dominion, they were looking for something to be our national sport. Some people wanted it to be cricket or snowshoeing. Uh, Dr. George Beers, who's known as the father of the modern game, and he was based out of Montreal in the Montreal Lacrosse Club. Uh, he wanted it to be lacrosse, and he had created the rules to the game. They launched this in Kingston, Ontario, formed what's now Lacrosse Canada. It was the first amateur sport governing body that was created in North America, and that was the beginning of lacrosse becoming a formalized entity. They put the rules to the game. They created the Lacrosse Canada entity then. Um, from there, uh, it led to the growth of using lacrosse as a model for other sports like hockey and basketball. Uh, James Naismith, who went down to the United States, he was a McGill lacrosse player. So when he created basketball down there, he took the rules from lacrosse and added them to basketball. And hockey used the same rules and the same way of building their administration. As we went through time, the game uh, enjoyed different forms of amateur and pro lacrosse. It was in the Olympics in 1904, 1908, and now it'll be returning to the Olympics in 2028 in Los Angeles, something that people have been working on for a long time. And what's really marvelous about that is the Haudenosaunee national team, which has been part of the World Championship since 1990, uh, look like they're going to be able to play under their own flag at the Olympic Games, which first time an indigenous nation is able to play in the Olympics that way. So it's going to be a very exciting time for the game. They've created a whole brand new version of the game called Sixes, which is like rugby sevens, a smaller version of the game, quicker version, and people are loving that form of the game right now. So just glad to see this game progressing. Millions and millions of people are playing over 100 countries worldwide. It's quite a journey since 1867.
Amazing. Lots of information. Thank you so much, Jim, for your time and for your knowledge in the sport of lacrosse.
I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.